I have with me Mr. Baidyanath Kumar, the CISO of JK Lakshmi. Hello, sir. Thank you so much for joining us at ETCISO SecuFest 2025. It's great to see you again. So, my first question to you will be that in today's time, AI is definitely making a buzz in all over the world. But one of the question is that as we are using AI for threat intelligence, it's also is a risk, right? So, how a CISO is actually battling this conflicting issue all the time, right, when he's investing in new technology and also trying to do new things with the risk of it being compromised.
Yeah, I think Vansika, this is very pertinent question in the modern threat landscape and context we are talking about, right? If you see adversaries, right, they are using AI the way ahead, right? Even you talk about the compound annual growth rate in the cyber breaches, right? The average cost of a data breach has increased 4% year on year. We can see that, right? And that's why we have to be very much adaptive in our overall AI journey, how we are imbibing AI related controls in SOC, because SOC is something which is the heart of cybersecurity operations, and there we have to analyze a vast amount of data, and obviously you can't do that without AI enabled technologies, and the SOC need to be empowered. Otherwise, there has to be alert fatigue. You will be getting diverged by the attackers looking into some sort of alerts which are not that much meaningful, and they are trying to do some sort of different motives, right? So initial access brokers already sitting in a system talking to affiliates, leading to the data leakages and all. And at the same time, if we are imbibing AI into SOC, we have to be very much insightful, and we have to look into the data visibility controls, because if you are not understanding that, there has to be some sort of violations of privacy, because a lot of PII data is basically traversing when you do some sort of integrations, integrating multiple components like security components, applications logs coming into the SOC, right? So these PIIs need to be investigated properly without having security controls only as a first mindset, but privacy is something which is also important, equally important, because if you're not looking into that, then you have to focus how you're going to invest into privacy enhancing technologies. So these days everywhere we are talking about, because privacy and security both has to go in tandem, and there has to be right set of balance, right? So to achieve that, we need to understand that how we are leveraging the data minimization, and even the purpose of collecting a data and processing that all organizations need to understand. If we are not processing the data for intended purpose, you should not be collecting that data. That is something which we have to understand. So data minimization, right set of data governance, and then on top of that, at lastly, you have to come with a solid privacy framework combined with your cybersecurity defenses, and then you need to look into all these controls
No, sir,
altogether.
definitely. I think data duplication is a reason because we are not able to identify the purpose in the collection that we are doing of the data and dumpsting of data. I think that's also something that we are looking forward. But if I ask about this event also so far for you, how has your experience been? Because we are talking about different issues in this time, right? We are talking about DPTP Act rules being coming up, AI regulations being talked about. We're talking about CISO role being like changing rapidly in today's time, reporting structure, infrastructure, everything is changing. So, how do you think that this event is actually your key takeaway?
I think, needless to say that also, but basically these events and conferences are something which is the need of the hour, because a lot of new regulations, and primarily DPDP coming into action now. This is a mandate to understand all about privacy and cybersecurity in a closed ecosystem, and that's why these conferences are very much insightful for all the practitioners, mainly cyber practitioners. If you see, 3 years back only cyber security practitioners were part of these conferences. Now the DPO role coming into place just because of these data privacy things and all coming into India. So these DPOs are also coming part of these sessions, and the convergence between DPOs and CISOs, other practitioners also, even law enabling functionals, and then these discussions. These are something which are very insightful. Yeah.
No, thank you so much, sir, for joining, and I look forward to host you next time as well. Thank you.